DPM is my favorite camouflage pattern. When you think DPM, I can almost guarantee you're thinking about the final version issued to the British Armed Forces, Soldier 95. But there are hundreds of varieties of DPM the world over. Here are 5 of my favorites. This is a distinct desert-adapted variant of classic disruptive pattern material developed for the Armed Forces of the Royal Army of Oman. Swapping greens for warm orange tan tones tailored to Oman's rocky sun-bleached terrain, it keeps the classic DPM flow but with a uniquely fiery desert palette. The shapes and layout remain rooted in classic DPM geometry, but older versions had spattered or roughly edged shapes. Newer ones often use stippled or softer transitions for a more desert-appropriate appearance. This recently made a big comeback in the Serpent fashion scene when Admin Results was seen sporting it in one of his videos. The garment, provided by Americana Pipe Dream, caused a bit of a stir in the scene and people started searching everywhere for pieces of this rare pattern, driving the prices up and making it more difficult for collectors to source. A blue-based DPM variant that was used by UK forces to mark enemy troops or opposing forces in training at battles. It was not meant to blend in, the whole point is to stand out dramatically against natural terrain and friendly troops. Its colour scheme uses dark blue, slate grey and charcoal black disruptive shapes over a light stone, sometimes slightly pinkish base. Recently it has become incredibly popular on the surplus market due to being phased out of use. As with Omani DPM, companies like Americana Pipe Dream have helped make the pattern trend amongst collectors. Tropical DPM is a lighter weight uniform designed for use in the jungle or humid tropical environments. The official issued patterns were originally used by the British forces in places like Belize and Borneo. The brighter Dayglow pattern was later reproduced as a loud, high-contrast commercial remake by Dragon Supplies, featuring brighter greens and sharper, more exaggerated shapes. It keeps the DPM DNA but cranks the saturation for a distinctly super Dayglow look. This isn't an official military issue variant like the others. It comes from a South African commercial company called Adro or Adder, which produced garments for the civilian market in DPM-derived patterns when wearing official military camo was restricted under apartheid-era regulations. Using grey and black for an urban or lower visibility look, its two-colour pattern looks similar to Spice Desert DPM but with a distinctly urban vibe, ideal for fashionistas or fish and chips adventures. The Bahrain Defence Force reportedly adopted a desert DPM variant derived from British DPM in the late 1980s or early 1990s for its arid climate-appropriate uniform needs. A high-contrast Gulf Desert DPM with oversized brown brushstrokes on a pale sand base. It's one of the boldest and most instantly recognizable Middle Eastern DPM variants, similar at a glance to the classic sparse desert DPM, but different in color and with a ghost outline of a third shape visible in the sparse sandy areas. There is a version of the DPM pattern for every conceivable environment or scenario you can imagine. It's fashionable, aesthetically pleasing, and incredibly effective at concealing the wearer. And that is why